Bob, let's get back to the San Francisco Giants now. You played on this team in the 80s, and my colleague Bruce McGowan here behind me, we were talking earlier that you're coming up on an anniversary that's kind of bittersweet as a San Francisco Giant, aren't you?
Well, it ended good, yeah. September 14th, 1986 was the day I made 4 errors in 1 inning down at third base at Candlestick Park, and
but then what happened?
Well, then I hit a homer and drove in a couple runs with a single, and with 2 outs in the 9th, hit a home run to win the game. Just one of the most bizarre days I've ever had in my life.
How did you handle, now I wasn't there at the time covering the baseball, but how did you emotionally handle that event afterwards in the clubhouse? What were the kind of things going through your mind?
Well, the funny thing was, after making the 4 errors, when I came back to the dugout, my teammates knew me very well. They were all at the other end of the dugout. They knew I was going to blow a gasket and break something and throw something, but for whatever reason, I had this incredible feeling of calm. And from that point forward, it seemed like I was above the stadium watching somebody in my uniform play the rest of the game. It was an experience like I've never had before. The baseball looked as big as a beach ball when it left the pitcher's hand. I felt like I had minutes to decide whether to swing or not. And the frustrating thing was, why can't you get that feeling when you want to? Why does it only come once in a while? But fortunately, that day, it came, and it stayed long enough for me to turn around what could have been a really bad day.
It sounds, Bob, like an epiphany of sorts, that where you just, when you stepped up to the plate, you changed things around.
Well, you know, at that time with the Giants, they were always a very progressive, forward-thinking organization. We had talked to team psychologists and ways to relax and kind of separate yourself from the moment a little bit. And I guess whatever training we had paid off that particular day, because it was, like I said, the only way I can describe it is just a feeling of calm. I had no anger. I had no expectations. Everything just slowed down, and thank goodness it did.
Bob Brenly with us. It's the Dean Johnson Sports